Wimborne Town came away from Alfredian Park Wantage this afternoon with the point they needed to mathematically be sure of staying in the Southern League Division 1 South and West next season after a 0-0 draw in a game that was to an extent spoilt by a very bumpy pitch and a swirly wind. Wimborne lined up with Pat O'Flaherty in goal, fullback Ryan Murray and Ryan Johnson, Scott Arnold and Sam Davidson becoming the regular centre-back pairing. Midfield four of Billy Maybury, Dan O'Sullivan, Louis Kellaway and Sam Baston, and James Stocco and Taylor Leonard making a start up front. Mark Ford, Jack Lupton, Ben Thompson, Sam Old and Ant Waters on the bench. And a word now for Pat O'Flaherty, who was taken ill before the game but manfully played on. Didn't look at all well when he came off at the end. So Pat, I hope you're feeling a lot better now than you looked 10 minutes ago. As I say, the pitch was didn't contribute to it, didn't help a good game because it was very bouncy and the strong wind made it difficult. Wimborne won the toss and played with the wind in the first half, but against the wind in the first half. I'm not sure if playing with the wind was an advantage. Rob Baston had a good chance on just 3 minutes when he was found at the far post, but his shot was scuffed past the post. As I've written down, bouncy pitch causing problems to both teams. Nobody seeming to be able to get the ball under control very easily. Wantage had a shot over the bar on 13 minutes, and then James Stocco had a chance 3 minutes later, but his left foot shot went well wide. A minute later, Sam Baston, did I say Rob? Sam Baston skied the ball over after a neat touch by James Stocco. Billy Maybury got the ball in space and tried to square to Taylor Leonard, but the ball was intercepted on 23 minutes, and that was probably the best chance of the half so far. And then Billy Maybury again, a good run on 26 minutes, led to a free kick on the right hand side, and when the ball came in, probably the best ball that we played, best of a poor bunch that we played in all day, it went to James Stocco at the far post, but he skied the ball over while falling backwards. Sloppy defence by Wimborne, lost possession and allowed and meant that Sam Davidson had to clear with his head on 30 minutes, and from the corner Wantage headed over the bar, but on balance Wimborne slightly the better team at this point. Half time came, no score. Wimborne playing with the wind in the second half. I'd say I'm not sure that was a tremendous advantage. Most of the balls seeming to overshoot the forwards. Although, to be fair, Wimborne did play a lot better in the second half. I don't know whether Simon had told them they must play to feet in the second half, but they did a lot better. But it was Wantage that showed up best early on 46 minutes. Two long throws caused problems in the Wimborne defence, but the ball was eventually hooked over the bar. Wantage's long throws causing problems all day long, and that was undoubtedly their best chance of scoring in this game. Then on 54 minutes, Wimborne, who were starting to play really well at this stage, the best move of the match, played Taylor Leonard in on the right hand side, but he shot across the keeper and past the post when maybe Louis Kellaway was a better option. He was available square. And I've written down on the hour mark, Wimborne playing well and playing the ball to feet, which was exactly the right way to do it on a pitch like this and conditions like this. Ant Waters came on for Sam Baston on 64 minutes, and then on 69 minutes Wantage got a very dubious free kick just outside the penalty area, but their player fired over the bar. Sam Old came on for Dan O'Sullivan on 69 minutes, and Mark Ford came on for Taylor Leonard on 77 minutes. 82 minutes, Pat O'Flaherty had to race out of his penalty area and head clear from a dangerous through ball. And then another long throw from Wantage on 86 minutes led to a scuffed shot past the far post. Final whistle came, 0-0. Wimborne played a lot better in the second half and will think themselves maybe a little bit unlucky they didn't take advantage of one of the chances that came their way. But nevertheless, that's two shutouts in a row, and the point, as I say, makes Wimborne mathematically safe from relegation. So a good point. A shutout and a point away from home is never a bad result. Well done, Wimborne. I'm with Simon after the 0-0 draw at Wantage today. Simon, it wasn't a great game, but I thought the bouncy pitch didn't help Wantage very much.
No, it didn't. I said to the lads in there, I said if this was the match of the day running list, I think we'd be on last, to be honest. A 0-0 draw on a bouncy, horrible pitch with not many chances created and not a lot of decent football played. But, you know, I guess from a positive point of view, I said to him in there, I said, you know, when I came to the club, my remit was to keep the club in the Southern League, and we've done that mathematically today. So,
yeah,
you
congratulations.
know, we'll take that from it. You know, we want to obviously kick on the last 5 games and get some more points and push us up the table. But that was the objective. So that part of it's done.
And 2 shutouts in a row, which must give you pleasure.
Yeah. I said to Brendan walking off, I said I don't want to appear like, you know, a bit down in the dumps, but it was a game we should have won. Their manager said afterwards, he said he thought a draw was a fair result. He was clearly watching another game, because the chances we had in the first half where we should have killed the game off, we had a couple more in the second, but my sort of frustration was that we didn't test their keeper enough. In fact, I did say to him, and I said, hands up, you had a shot on target in the game, and I didn't see many hands rising, and I said that's got to be better. I said, because, you know, with the greatest, well, I say with greatest respect to Wantage weren't very good.
No.
We were better than them, but not. We didn't have that extra bit of quality, and that's what I've said to a few people when they said, "Why have you done so well against the top sides and not so well against the bottom sides?" Well, we've dominated possession, but we just need that little bit of nous, or that little bit of quality, or that little bit of experience to say, right, bang, goal, shut up shop, game over. And if we'd have taken the chances we'd had in the first half, obviously would have been a completely different game. But,
I said in my summary there, I thought in the second half we played to feet a bit more.
A little bit, but the pitch dictated that it was always going to be a little bit difficult. You know, it was very bobbly and hard, and it was difficult to get the ball down, because the ball literally was, you know, bouncing from, even on the straight, and now it seemed to be going like it was on a cobbled street. But you know, you have to play to the conditions, and that sometimes means you need to get balls into the box early and put them under pressure that way. I don't know if we did enough. But you know, as I said, I'm being picky, because you know, if you'd have said to me a few weeks ago, right, you're guaranteed 7 League status for next year, then you know, with 5 games to go, so thank you very much. So
you gave Taylor Leonard a start, leaving Fordy on the bench. Any reason for that?
Well, Fordy wasn't available on Monday when we were due to play Totton, so Taylor would have come in and played on that one, and you know, it wasn't his fault that the game got called off, and you know, I need to see a bit of Taylor on the pitch, because you know, he's keen, he wants to impress, and he's been patient and sat on the bench for a fair bit of time, and I think there's something to work with there. You know, we've stressed that if he's going to play up front, he's got to contribute chances and goals, you know, and that's what we're trying to be, just a little bit more direct in his running, you know, and getting on the end of stuff. And I think probably one of the best moves of the match in the second half. He had a good chance in it. The ball I think just got away from him, so the angle was a little bit tight. Ended up dragging it wide. If that had gone over the move for him and for the team, because he did work hard.
It's a lovely move as well.
He did work hard, and there's more to come from him, and I'm sure. So you know, hopefully he'll get a bit more game time as well, and we'll see a bit more of him.
I thought the central defenders played well. They're turning a really good partnership. Scott Arnold having a great end to the season, I thought.
Yeah, Scott's been steady. He's, you know, the thing with defenders is you're judged on your clean sheets and not making mistakes, and that's what he's done. He's been pretty consistent. You know, it's been the odd aberration, but you know, in the way the season's gone, you can forgive him and anyone else that. And Sam Davison's looked really quite assured in the games he's played, and I'm very hopeful that he's going to be a you know, one for the future.
And I have to mention Billy as well, because I thought Billy maybe had one of his best games. I thought he was.
Yeah,
he was quick to the ball. He was controlled.
Billy's been pestering me about playing centre midfield, and the fact that Jack Lupton and Louis had done such a good job meant that, you know, I've kept him in his defensive role. I'm sure that there'll be occasions, probably until the end of between now and the end of the season, when he probably will play midfield again, and I imagine in the summer he may well be pestering me that you know, that he wants to play midfield next year, and that's up to him. You know, I would say to all of the guys that play in midfield, you know, you've got to be everybody. You've got to be defensively, you've got to be good, you've got to be obviously be able to create, destroy, but I need goals out of them as well. And that's my challenge to really all of the players in there. You know, we've lost players who've scored goals just this season. You know, like Carl Preston, Mark Gamble, etc. But I said to them, I said, some of you guys need to contribute goals. You know, I said to Sam Basin actually before the game, Sam probably wasn't at his best today, and I came in at half-time and said that, you know, he wasn't tracking back in the areas where I wanted him to be. Didn't get the ball and run at players, which I know he can do and get the ball, but he had 2 great chances. And I said to him at half-time, if you'd have come in having scored 2 goals, I said I wouldn't be talking about the areas where you need to change things around, you need to improve and do your tracking back, because you can turn around and say, I've scored 2 goals, boss. Brilliant, thank you, and that's what, you know, that's what we're here to do. And it's just getting that into their heads. That's what they need to do. You know, if I've got, you can forgive players all sorts of sins if they're popping up and scoring you 10, 15 goals a season, and that's what I need to get next year. Either out of them or out of new players into the club who are going to contribute goals from, not just from centre forward or you know, they've got to be from midfield and things like that.
Well, Simon, I think you and Brendan have done a really good job since you came. I'm really full of admiration for it. Well done. I know it's not the end of the season, but congratulations on making it.
My birthday present today is guaranteeing us.
Did you like the song from the last?
Yes, that was very nice. I don't know who told them, but
anyway, thanks very much.